ready in chat. Huh, my mic was unmuted that whole time. LOL. Well, it looks like I'm running my intro anyway. You guys heard that. That's funny. Welcome back. It's going to be XP League Playoffs, Losers Round 5. This kind of sprung on me late in the day. I wasn't really expecting this. Somebody had to dip on out. I guess an accident happened or something. So Dante's not here. You're going to be left with me. I'm Clam, your host, your caster for tonight. And we're going to get right on into the action. No more delays. It's Decimate versus AAA Battery tonight. Two top squadrons duking it out. We'll take a quick look at the maps and modes in this series. I believe it's going to be... Wait. Hold up. Yeah, okay. These are right, I believe. Exposure, Double Den, Colossus, and then Raid to finish things off. I thought I had it wrong for a second, but I believe that is right heading on into this one. And we should be ready to go here in a second. I'm actually not sure what to expect from this series because, you know, I cast the AAA Battery a while back, and, you know, they were, you know, they did play against, you know, Moby Dick, one of the top teams in their bracket, right? And now Moby Dick find themselves in the winners finals looking to play against 07 tomorrow. But as of right now, I mean, we'll see if they're going to be going up against Decimate, who have made a decent run as well in losers bracket. If I do recall myself, you know, it's kind of tough to keep up with all the matches. There's been so many games being played, but I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, Decimate fell down to losers 3, but ever since then, they haven't looked back, have 3-0'd pretty much everybody down here so far, looking to maybe make a big statement against the number 2 seed in AAA Battery right now in losers round number 5. But we'll see. The number 2 seed, they're 7-0 in the regular season, so we'll see if they can make a splash as we are loaded on in. It's going to be map number 1 on Exposure Hardpoint. I guess I got my map count wrong as well. Apologies, guys. I'll fix that real quick. And I believe the team names are flipped as well, so I'll get that fixed real quick. And we should be good now, hopefully. Let me know in chat if anything's wrong. I'll try and fix it, because it's very last minute, so... Alas, I digress. We're off to the races. So far, so good, though. Decimate. 2 for 2 in the feed. Storm's pushing on up. Blizzard is there for the trade, and now... They should be able to collect a little bit of time. Storm's in a good spot. He's going to get tagged down low. Softens up that player at the very least here. And he's going to get eventually dealt with, but that has allowed the rest of Decimate to soak on the time so far, but not before Invasion gets a nice double to clear the point for now. And P1, not a ton of time you're able to collect usually on P1. It's really going to be about those rotations for new. See if the rest of Decimate and Co. can rotate on through. Look at where number 1 is. He's by himself, but he did end up finding a gap through the cracks here to see if he can try and flip the spawns, and he's going to be playing for the cuts for new, able to maybe get one. No, not quite. There he goes. He gets the one on the one I didn't think he was going to kill, and that allows the rest of his teammates to just collapse on through toward mid. So nice shots in from the Black Star Herald. Funny name. He's 3-1, currently soaking the time on the tank heady. This is a really hard spot to deal with. Not a whole lot of you can really do about it. It's just a crazy head glitch, and that's already 3 dead yet again. Decimate starting off strong in this series. See if the rest of AAA Battery can start to activate. Having a rough go of it so far. Not down a ton of time, but it does start to add up after a while if you're not able to convert. Hill after hill, it can, you know, become a hindrance. The later you go in a map, harder and harder to climb on back, as it's going to be Play Battery finally breaking on into this P2, but they got some work to do. They got to try and push on through toward this new hill on top window. Invasion kind of toying with the heroin. Doesn't want to inject it right away. Maybe he just wants to sniff it. So far, though, so good. A random nade. Wow, Storm's able to get a double there. W Semtex out of him. He clears the hill by his lonesome here. Has some help over the top. And this is a pretty good start, though. All things considered for Decimate. Looking better than their seeding would allow you to believe. As they've been on a run in this loser's bracket. And, I mean, they might not stop here. We'll see if they can convert this one. I believe the winner of this, if I recall, plays EWG Ouroboros in the losers round 6 for top 12 as well. So we'll see. All right, maybe top 8. I think it's top 8, actually. So we'll see. Winner of that will be moving on, but we're far from that. So far, so good, though. As it will be, I will say, AAA Battery getting a lot of scrap time on this P2, and they're already transitioning toward new. They flipped out the rest of the members of Decimate. It's really just the Black Star man. Black Star, Black Tar in the back, and his teammates are far. We'll see if we can get something done here. 9-4 start from him. Having an excellent approach so far. Needs a little bit of help here, but his teammates are going to chime on it and are able to get one. It's going to be up to Zeal to try and break on through, and he can't do it, so a staggered approach from AAA Battery on that approach. Or on that break, I should say. Not allow them to push through as of yet, though, but Mastodon's a big one toward the back. You can hold this hill from the front, I will say. This is one of those hills where you can kind of hold from either side. It's definitely preferred to have the spawns in the back because you're a lot closer, but if you're able to slay on out, you can just funnel them from the back door area. It is going to be out of AAA Battery on the hill for now, able to break on through. And with nice stem tech stick, but he does kill his teammate, so heads up play from Zeal to just run at him. Knew he was getting the rights from that great Semtex grenade. Makes a heads up play, able to at least kill his teammate at the very least there. But after all said and done, we're going to be heading to P5, basically tied up. Even AAA Battery taking the lead despite having, you know, some slow starts on some players. Cyber having kind of a tough go, but I'm surprised he's 3-7 right now. Not very many gunfights from Cyber so far early into this match. Maybe just trying to anchor spawns in the back. You know, typically you see that player get not a ton of engagement. Cyber able to get a double there. That'll help them secure a lot of this P5 time where you can lock down the majority of the, you know, a lot of these hills, especially P5. Well, Money Hill's like P3 as well, but P5 as well. If you're able to control mid, you can get a ton of it on the board. Invasion able to get one, but the re-break is on through. It's going to be, wow, Frizzard able to win that one somehow. Nice shot from him over the top. So it's going to be Decimate securing back mid-map control. And that's going to be the name of the game from P5 and P1 here. It's kind of a 120-second kind of chain where you really don't have to move a whole lot on exposure. We see some hills like that in past Call of Duties, right, where, you know, P5 to P1 is basically right next to each other. You don't really have to change your setup, and that allows teams, if they're able to just win gunfights, to set up and milk time. It is kind of a difficult one on one side. Storm's there for the trade, though. Nice double from him. Nick it all three. Storms with 12, picking up the pieces. He lost all of his teammates, but it doesn't seem to matter for this guy with the Dravik in hand. It's a very mixy back and forth game of HP. This one might go to map 5. I'm not going to lie, guys. The way it's looking so far, it's pretty evenly matched, all things considered. It's going to come down to probably SMD is my guess. Respawn looking incredibly close so far. Frizzer taken down low. Last one alive. As it will be AAA Battery on the hill for now. And they'll take the lead. See if AAA Battery can rotate a little earlier this time. It looks like that's where they're planning on doing it, but it's just going to be Zeal and Invasion on new. And they're going to have a lot of work to do here. They're able to get one, but the collapse might be on in here in a second. They're just waiting for Frizzler to go for a wrap, and it's going to be red. So nice pickup from Cyber, actually, on that overextension. He's going to get a double, too. It's going to be AAA Battery with a nice rotation, nice cutoffs. They're going to have to be set up on P2. They won't have the preferred spawn, so that's the only downside to what they just did. But they have a lot of time to push on through and win something. But I believe Hellstorm in the area. It's going to be Black Star with the streak. He's going to, well, not get anything, but his teammates collect on the rest of it. So maybe scared them out of hiding without his teammates to activate. And they will break right back on in. It was last time around, Decimate able to hold a lot of this P2 time. And it looks like they're doing more of the same after the rebreak. Actually, just kidding. They get instantly rebroken. Back and forth we go, it seems, on P2. And this time it's going to be AAA on the better end of it, pushing on through. They might have a time to go, and Mast wins an important one in transition. Invasion does die, but Mast has some support here as well. They just need to find Storms, and they will. So they'll clear out the back. They'll be able to flip the spawns for new, and this has been a good chain so far. Mast heating up 26 and 14 for Spree. Make it 6 as well. Not quite the Hellstorm, but he has been turning up big for AAA Battery in this map 1. They needed somebody to start taking over. They had some slow starts for multiple players. Seems like Mast has been that guy for them in the latter half of this map. It's just going to be soaking for now. I believe still 1 kill, 1 assist really away from this Hellstorm. If he's able to get that, that might be huge. They might not even need it, though. They've just been able to lock down the last 60 or so seconds pretty freely. Ever since that P2 transition, they have locked down the window with an iron fist here. 4 dead yet again, and they're still spawning them in the back with 20 seconds. This is perfect play right now on this window hill. This is exactly how you want to hold the players in toward new, and even Cyber watching the OE from low. He's going to get overwhelmed here shortly in a second, but not before he gets one at the very least. His teammates are here. They can potentially funnel them back on in, and they will. It's only up to Blackstar Heroin, able to get in the back undetected, I believe. He's got to go big here as they find himself down a tremendous amount of points after the last few hills. We'll see if they can get it done. So far, Blackstar able to get one, but I don't know. They're going to able to do a whole lot more here as it's going to be him in the back. Storms chimes on in, and that should be the clear here, but they still have to worry about Zeal in the back, but Zeal runs out of ammo, so maybe count their lucky stars for that one. Blizzard, some sloppy shots. It's going to be Cyber with the double. And this time around. And AAA Battery, they can win it here. They only need 10 more seconds. They have to break on through. And they're running out of opportunities to do so. They're spawning on out. AAA Battery should be able to lock it down. Invasion with 2 more seconds. 1 more gunfight to win. And he should seal it. 250. I believe it was like 150 something there in the end. I couldn't quite tell, but dominant. Map number 1 there. From AAA Battery. I mean, it seemed like after the first half of Hills gone, after that second P2 rotation, they just never looked back. They hit a different gear. They just chained together. P2, P3, and the end of P4 there. Just, I mean, basically running house on the score line. I'll take Mac number 1. Wow, yeah, 144. Wasn't even 150. Which is kind of crazy because it seemed like after that first initial flurry of hills, right? You know, the first rotation of hills, it seemed like it was going to be a pretty back and forth affair, but I guess not. I guess we're just, you know, going to see AAA Battery turn on up for map number 1 there and close it out in pretty dominant fashion, I will say. So going into map number 2, I guess you'd say, you know, I'd said the series was probably going to come down to search and destroy, but we'll see if that ends up reigning true. We'll be heading to Den for the next 2 here in a row. We'll see if that, you know, bodes better for Decimate here, as you know, they are the underdog in this series, all things considered. You know, they looked really great. I thought maybe they could be potentially upsetting, but they still are the underdog, right? They're the 21st seed going up against one of our top seeds, number 2 seed in the bracket. You know, seeding not all that important, I guess, at the end of the day, but it does give, you know, a little bit of credence to how they're performing, at least in the groups, right? So we'll see if that ends up making a difference here as we go into SND. We'll slow things down a bit, and it's going to be on Den, where we see a lot of sniper action on this map for sure. Looking forward to seeing who's going to be using that sniper rifle effectively here. It's really going to come down to teamwork on this one too as well. We've seen a lot of like A pushes where, you know, teams, if they're coordinated enough, they just absolutely run it down for free, get trades, get bombed down, and the post plant is usually pretty good because it's going to be kind of hard to retake that bomb site. And then the B site, right, as well, same kind of thing. But I guess be a little bit more open. You got to be more wary about the mid-map area. But I mean, you know, it's really just going to be about who can keep the momentum going. Because I mean, AAA, they seem like they have all the momentum in the world after that map number 1. And it's going to be now up to Decimate if they could really answer back in this SND. Let me move down to Codcaster. There we go. I think he just started it because I was on the wrong team. That was my bad. Oopsies. Hopefully he joins. I think we're missing somebody. But I guess, yeah, so, I mean, winner of this ends up playing EWG or Boris, and they're going to have their hands full with that one. So even if they do, whoever wins this one, they're going to, you know, have a tough time for top 8. I believe it's top 8. Pretty sure. Yeah, for top 8 next, so. Yeah, winner of this secures top 8 as well, so. We'll see if that ends up mattering. And it looks like, are they in yet? I guess they're going to end it. Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to join or not. Not quite. Not quite. So we'll pull up the maps one more time real quick. I'm actually curious about this this Den Overload and how this one's going to play in this match because, you know, I've seen a lot of Den Overload at this point. And more often than not, this game ends up coming down to whoever just makes, I guess, makes fewer mistakes, but also capitalizes more on their attempts with the drone. You know, we see a lot of teams kind of try and play a little bit too fast and loose with the drone, and that ends up costing them, right? Where they're not patient enough. You know, people off spawn just shut them down. They're not waiting for their teammates, not waiting for the kills in transition, and that ends up costing you a lot of times. So, and also vice versa, right? You play a little too slow. You're waiting too long for your teammates. You got to find that strike that right balance, right? Or you're going to make sure you're not waiting too long, and you're just playing proactively with the drone as well. To be honest, Overload, I think this year especially, as time goes on, is going to be the difference maker in a lot of series where we're gonna see like teams, the better teams, right, are gonna absolutely dominate probably this game mode, and then the ones that aren't as good are just kind of gonna get mollywopped, right? I think it's that kind of punishing of a game mode where you got to play super proactively. You got to play really smart on this, more so than you did on Control. Or Control, you can kind of just get lost in their spawn, play kills, yada yada, right? But in Overload, you got to play for the resets. You got to know where they're resetting. You got to play positioning according to where the drone's going to be resetting, and also making sure you're blocking not the wrong portal for the reset, because you can get countercapped so easy. Let me mute the guys real quick. Oh, man. I don't even know if you guys can hear them, but actually, I don't think you guys can. So just for my sanity, I had to mute them real quick, but oh, they're arguing. Okay, they were arguing about side. I was wondering what they were arguing about. That makes sense. That makes sense. I wish they would figure out the side already. What is going on? Oh my god. These guys just don't know what side they want. All right, well, back to me real quick. Let's kick it and chill real quick. How you guys doing tonight, by the way? This was kind of an impromptu session to cast. I wasn't even planning on doing this one. It was kind of sprung on me last minute, just like I said before we started, because of I think it was Dante in a car, not him in a car accident, but he was stuck behind a car accident, behind like a 18-wheeler that like tipped over or something, I think is what I was told. So yeah, he's stuck behind. They're probably going to be super late. So I ended up picking this one up. Little impromptu, little not exactly how I wanted this to go, but I think it's been a decent start so far. I mean, you know, kind of threw together some graphics last minute. It actually didn't turn out too bad. Anyway, we'll see how this series develops as we continue on. AAA battery do look good after that hard point, but I will say it was very close in the first half. I mean, really, if Decimate can start off this S&D strong, they're in a decent position to extend the series at least to 4 maps. And I mean, if we are going to be going map number 4, it is going to be Colossus as well, so kind of a bang out. Maybe not as fundamental as Exposure, but I mean, you still got to rotate on this map, guys. Like, you know, rotations are a part of Call of Duty, guys. You gotta rotate. Oh man. It looks like we are loaded back on in for the second or third time now. Third time. And we'll see if they got the teams right this time, hopefully. We'll see. It is going to be right, looks like. They finally figured out what they want to do. It's going to be 1-0. AAA battery. Winning map number 1. See if they can start map number 2 strong, but it's going to be a 4-hit toward this B bomb site. Nades are coming out, stuns are coming out, smokes are coming out. Everybody's coming out for this one. Black Star tag down low in the corner. He will fall. First blood for AAA battery. Storms tries to get the retrade, but nothing he can do in that situation. Just smoke blocking him. Maybe Frizzard able to get the equalizer here, but Zeal gets another one, and I mean, Storms and co, they're just stuck in no man's land. Frizzard's here. He's watching the pinch. Tag down low himself, and I mean, they're still kind of corralled toward this B bomb site, but Storms wins a big one. That allows them the opportunity to get on out toward their spawn if they elect to do so, but... And Master's going to fall as well. Frizzard gets the equalizer, so what was a promising situation for AAA might collapse. And Cyber has the sniper as well, so not the best weaponry for this situation. And Bomb is going to go down, so he's going to have 45 seconds to get Mixy. And he probably needs to get Flashy as well. Put that sniper to good use. He's going to find another pistol, unfortunately for him. Not the gun he wanted to pick up. As he will eventually fall. A good bounce back there from Decimate, despite losing first blood. Having the numbers disadvantage, they do a good job. I think maybe just kind of a mistake on the pinch there. Not exactly sure who that player was on the pinch, but just didn't hold it the best way you probably could. Just maybe a little overextend. Not necessarily a mistake, I guess you'd say. Just, you know, lost an important gunfight, right? He's by himself. He didn't necessarily need to go for that pitch to corral them in, because he's by himself, right? But that's the risky play sometimes. When you try and play a little bit too aggressive, you can get punished. And it's going to be Decimate striking on first, and it looks like Cardi has the sniper out this round, so we'll see him and Cyber face off here in a second. Cardi misses one. I guess Cyber put the sniper away for now, so... Seal's able to get first blood. Look at where Frizzard is on the map. He's already all the way through, but instantly red, and that is what I was talking about. You could get just punished for making aggressive plays without any info. Now a 2v4. Decimate find themselves in, and Cardi has that sniper still. I don't know if he has a back pocket gun or not, but it's going to be a hard retake regardless, and yeah, he doesn't, so it's really going to be up to Storms to try and get something here. I believe Cardi finally able to pick up an SMG. And this setup for AAA is kind of weird. Mast falls. The rest of them are toward mid-map. They've completely abandoned the site. I'm kind of not sure if I love this or hate this, but it ends up working out 1-for-1 so far. It's going to be up to Cardi and nothing he could do. I don't think it really particularly mattered how AAA approached that round as long as they did it together. They just had the numbers advantage. So good answer back. AAA on the board now. We'll see if they can continue that momentum. I'm actually not sure if the players are... I think they're playing with the GA rules, so I'm assuming they each both have one sniper life left here. If I had to guess. Actually, no, if Cardi... Actually, no, Cardi, I think he died that round, so he's done with the sniper. It's just going to be Cyber, I believe, with the sniper left now if he elects to use it. I'm not sure if he has it out this round, but he's not going to see anything, so let's go on board with somebody that's more in the action here. This is going to be Blackstar. Pushing up fast here. Nade's going to... go on through, not gonna land though. And this is risky. They're gonna try and plant the bomb right in front of them. I'm not sure if I love this play or not. It's not going down. He's just laying on it for now. Blackstar gets first blood. He's not gonna get traded yet, but I mean, yeah, Cyber puts him on down through the wall. A tough position for him to find himself in. But it will be Decimate getting the numbers advantage, and now 3v2 situation. It's gonna be Invasion playing with fire. Frizzard off the top rope, looking for the trade, and he will collect. Now just Zeal left in the 1v3. And make it 3v0, I should say. Decimate. Answer back. And similar to the start of that first hard point, very back and forth here. Both teams looking for a foothold in this den. And I will say den, just as a map in general, kind of more of a 50-50 type of map, offense and defense, similar to Scar in that way, where we see a lot of just similar strategies coming on out. Not a ton you can do, I guess, to mix it on up. Other than, you know, I guess 4 hitting A, right? But a lot of B action is what we see typically on this map. It's pretty much symmetrical, so... really just who has the better gunny at the end of the day. Ain't that Call of Duty for you? Maybe toward B. Zeal getting aggressive toward this outskirts area. Stun's not going to collect on any info. And look at how far back Cyber's playing. He's playing the Omega pinch right now. I actually like this spot because you can basically see everything if they elect to pinch, and you can't really see him very easily, but it's going to be Storms with first blood after a long silence. The gunshots rain true, and the quiet has finally stopped here as shots rain on through, and now 4v2 yet again. Mast and Cyber find themselves in a precarious spot. Mast able to get the first one, though, and not traded either. So it's definitely a better position for them to find themselves in, and Cyber may have snuck through mid. I don't think they've spotted him. But it might not matter. 1v3 for Cyber. Oh, nice shots through the wall. And he is able to get out. So 30 seconds to play with here. But, I mean, they have bomb down on the site. That's going to be a tough retake. He's not only got to either kill both these members, but collect this bomb and try and plant too. He's in a tough spot. AAA playing toward mid. The nade should land. No, not quite. It's going to be off the mark. And Cyber doesn't know where the second player is. They're just going to be doubled up toward Dojo for now. Cyber going for the wall bangs. Not able to find him. 10 seconds left. He can't really plant the bomb at this point. He's going to try, but it should be Storms, or actually Blackstar, able to get him as soon as he gets off the bomb here. He's going to get tagged down low, and he's going to chase him. Does he know which direction he went? He's waiting for Storms to activate, and he will, thankfully. I didn't exactly love how they played that. I guess that, you know, making sure Storms goes toward A, making sure he doesn't get the A plant and get away with his life, I guess, is probably a smart play, but you're just relying on Blackstar at that point to kill him on the bomb, and they got Mixie there. He almost got away. But in the end, it is going to be I believe Decimate winning that round, so 3-1 now. Back on the offense we go. What can Decimate do this time around? It's going to be toward A we go, and a 4-stack as well. Nobody's home. We're the side of AAA Battery here. They have Zeal pushing through mid-map quickly. If he's quick enough, he could find a timing, but he's going to elect to slow play it a little bit here, and that should allow Cardi to turn around, knowing the pinch is a possibility. Mast is here, though, and Mast gets first blood toward the window. That's a good one for him to find. As the trade is coming through on Mast, but Cyber's there for the refrag, and now 2v3. And Cardi has the sniper toward A. Yeah, I don't love this. Yeah, back on up. I like this re-wrap, I should say. Definitely, it's easier probably to use the sniper toward B than it is toward A, but I mean, they're both kind of difficult. You really want to be sniping either this long line he's holding or toward mid. And I'm actually kind of surprised that none of AAA Battery are at least holding Dojo to see if the pinch is coming on through. His bomb will go down. They have the numbers, but I mean, the time is ticking. You got to get your trades going soon here, or they could just play the timing. Unfortunately, Cardi misses that initial snipe. It's going to be Storms taken down toward mid. Invasion finds him. And now Cardi in the 1v3. He has the boomstick still, able to get the first one, and goes for the shot. Oh, the slide is better, though. Zeal will seal the deal. Neil McBeal, the Navy SEAL. I don't know. If you guys have seen BoJack, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, AAA Battery able to get a second one. And I really thought Cardi was able to clutch this, honestly. Had he hit the second shot, that would have been sick. Just the slide shell was too much for you to really flick onto, you know, just breaking snipers' cameras. Can be difficult. You slide a really long ways in modern COD, let me tell you. Back and forth we go. It's going to be AAA Battery now on the offense. See if they can get something done here. Nice first blood from Zeal. He's able to collect on that one. That should open up the A bomb site. They do lose a member in transition, and Blackstar is going to lose his life as well. So now, bomb should go down toward A, and AAA Battery on the better end of things. We'll see if Decimate can clutch on up. They've been decently clutch so far in this search, but this is a pretty awkward position for them to find themselves in. Yeah, Storm just kind of goes inside door by his lonesome. Cardi really wasn't there for the assist. So now it's a 1v3 for Cardi, and I mean, good luck. 30 seconds left. He's tagged on in. Tagged down low. He will fall from side door there, and AAA answer back with a couple big rounds of their own. Tying things up here at 3 still. Anyone's S&D up for grabs. I do think, in the end, though, Decimate, they need to win this search and destroy. Send this to extra maps here. If AAA Battery win this one, we might be looking at a 3-0. We will see. Back and forth, guys. Pendulum swinging. Let's go on board with Frizzer. This guy's gotten a lot of first bloods. Let's see if we can get another one here on the offense as it's toward mid this time around. It's going to be Mast toward top window. He's going to get tagged by the entire team, and that should give alarm bells to everybody on AAA Battery here. That mid is where the action's at. Mast get tagged down low, gets out of dodge. He's going to get close to death here, but Invasion has got his cover fire, and that is a crucial one. And look at where Zeal's at. He's all the way through B, basically, so he knows there's nobody here. The pressure is probably still toward A, and Mast with another one from his teammate. 2v4 now. Or Decimate. Blackstar trying to get involved, but might catch a timing, and he does, so he gets one back. But, I mean, yeah, 1v4 for him. Good luck, buddy. 3 in a row now. The battery seems to be fully charged. And they might not run out anytime soon. 4-3 now. And I did like that different approach, I will say, from Decimate that round, trying to go through toward mid. But, I mean, that's kind of the risky play, right? If you go toward mid, if you don't get first blood right away, you're kind of just stuck in the middle of nowhere, where you're surrounded basically everywhere. You're surrounded on A, in the back of their spawn, from B-side mid-cut. You can get flanked as well if you're not watching it, so it's just kind of a risky play that you make, right? It looks like it's going to be the exact same play, but this time, AAA Battery, they want to show you how to actually do it. We'll see if they can pull it off this time around. It's going to be 4 toward mid. And a similar setup from Decimate on the defense, not allowing them to push. Zeal in a precarious position, has a couple in front of him, but Frizzard gets first blood on the pinch. That's a big one for him to find, because they should know where the rest of them are. 1 for 1 so far. Make it 2 for 2, and now just left a mask in the 1v2 situation. Does get the trade, though. And he has bomb near him, so he can potentially pick this on up. Mask versus Frizzard. 40 seconds. I don't think Mask knows Frizzard's here. Yeah, Frizzard with the freebie. Timing works out for him. And this might go the distance, guys. Round 11 might be on the cards. Frizzard gets a big one there. That was a round they needed to win. And it got kind of scary there in the end. But the trades do work on out for them. Here we go, loading into round 9. On the offense now for Decimate. We'll see if they can get something done. Looks like they might be posturing toward A, and yeah, that's exactly what they're going to do. But this time, they are going to meet resistance. It's going to be Mast and Cyber here. Cyber's going to spot one outer, get some shots in on Nicardi. Not enough for the kill. And Mast has pressure in front of him mounting. He's got to be careful here. Nades are on in. Stuns are going to land, but Mast gets one and gets out with his life. Important live for him there. And Cyber with the second one, too. Great job on the A defense there. And the third one's gonna, or excuse me, not quite a third one. Thought a third one fell. Not quite there. And now a third one falls. And all 4 actually make it. As it's gonna be AAA Battery on the better end of things. Find themselves the first to go toward map point. And one step closer to clutching out this map here. See if they can get it done. One more to go. It's going to be back toward B. And a 3-1 split. I actually like where Zeal's playing for the overextension. Nobody pitches in spawn, but it's nobody even daring to push on through for the side of Decimate. This is match point for them. And they got to win 2 in a row here to send us tied up into map number 3. We'll see if they can do it. Storms is on the outskirts of the map. Just waiting for somebody to push on through 10. The smoke's going to go on down. The hill's Cardi watching over him, and Cardi strikes first. First blood for him. Storm's going to spot this player on the bomb. Frizzard's there for the pinch, and it all might fall apart now. AAA Battery get one back from Cyber. It's really going to be what can Zeal get done mid-map here. He has one in front of him. He needs to find it. Excuse me. But he's going for a pinch here, and it might work out, but he's running out of time. 30 seconds left to get something going. And he's going to spot him as well. He gets the pick here. He surely gets the pick here. Oh my god, almost got turned on. Some sloppy shots from Zeal there, but he is able to get the pick at the very end there. So now 20 seconds left. The bomb's going toward A, and this might be a pivotal decision for AAA Battery. We'll see if it ends up working out for him. 2 players towards side door. Cyber gets on out by the skin of his skin of his teeth. I'm mixing up phrases. I'm so flabbergasted. Zeal with the trade. 1v1 now. 30 seconds left. And this is for the map. Zeal can close it here. I like this repositioning from him, and he's gonna... No, he does get it at the very end. Oh my god, that was close. I liked that repositioning from Zeal, but he started missing some shots, and he was making me question whether or not he was going to be able to close it as AAA Battery. They're going to go up 2 now. And they're looking poised to close it in 3 after the resilience they showed in that map number 1, 6-4 here. An excellent map number 2, I might add. Great way to end things if you're AAA Battery. They only need 1 more to close it out, and we're going to be heading toward that den yet again on Overload. And like I said earlier in the broadcast a little bit, I mean, I think Overload just separates the good from the great teams, right? You know, you guys heard me yap about Overload probably before at some point, but I just think it's it's one of those game modes that tests you for sure. Your teamwork, your mental, your sanity, in some ways, right? And you got to make sure you're not making mistakes and you're capitalizing on your opportunities, and just not allowing your opponent to get lost, right, in your base. You got to make sure you're clearing them out. So we'll see if it's going to be AAA Battery closing it out in 3. They're looking poised to do so. If we do need extra maps, though, it will be Colossus, Hardpoint, and then potentially even a Raid S&D if we are going to go all 5. But I'm not sure if I'm feeling a map 5 right now, guys. I've been proven wrong before countless times, I'm sure, at this point with predictions. But if I were a betting man, I might be betting it. The thing is, for sure, in Overload, teams can upset other teams. But it's really just dependent on if Decimate are feeling like they want to send us there, right? Extra maps or not. And if Decimate want to send us there, then we might be in for it. But I think even at the very least, or at very most, we probably just go 4 maps here. I think that AAA can probably close it out in 4 on that Colossus Hardpoint. They looked really good in that exposure once they started getting rolling. But, obviously 2 different maps, right? Colossus exposure, definitely some different maps. One more of a rotation heavy map, one more of a kind of a bang out, right? Obviously, you need to rotate on both, but it's really going to be up to Decimate. Are there SMGs going to be coming to play in this Overload? We'll see, as I believe they are getting the lobby reset, or maybe not. They're not getting the lobby reset up. I'm actually not sure. I thought they were. Let me check real quick. And while I'm at it, let me get some water because I need it. And there we go. We got new code. Nice, nice, nice. I love a fresh new Call of Duty lobby code. And here we go. I'm in the lobby. We should get things started here in a moment. My mic just moves on. I hate when my mic arm, it just always raises back up. You see this? You see this? It's like slowly raising back up. It's annoying. I don't know. I can't get it to stay. I keep having to re-secure it over and over. It's really annoying. The spring is just so freaking strong. Makes sense though, right? Quality, but damn. I want it to stay like down lower, out of frame, or at least not in front of my freaking face. I guess I can't have that. Just no good things. No good things in this world. As we are going to be, I believe, loading on into map number 3. So, I mean, key takeaways for map number 3 on Den. I think it's just going to come down to a lot of the slang really just started to kick up for Battery in map number 1. I think the slang's got to, be mirrored for what AAA did to you map number 1. You got to do back to them. We saw it was masked to map number 1, really had a takeover toward the latter half of that. You got to have somebody, or maybe a couple of somebodies on Decimate really just kick up in the latter half, or really just off the rip, honestly, on Den, just to get a couple of scores on the board, get some juices flowing, you know what I'm saying? Like, get some adrenaline. Your tournament life is on the line. Loser goes home, guys. Let me remind you. Loser is out top 12 with nothing to show for it, really. I mean, other than a pat on the back, right? Like, making it this far, obviously. Top 12. No easy feat, but I mean, even still, like, you would obviously want to make it toward the Super Sunday we have tomorrow. But we still have a ways to go for that. Reminder that winner of this does play EWG or Boris in losers round 6 for top 8. And then if you get past that, you got to play Omnia as well. So a couple of really good teams coming up next if you're able to beat out your competition tonight. And I believe they're playing both of those as well today. So I believe both of those matches will be after this one too. So I believe the next match will be around 9:30 and then 11 p.m. Eastern. I think they might be on XP main stage potentially. I'm not exactly sure. They could be somewhere else. Be on the lookout for that. The bracket for sure is a lot of COD to be played, especially today. And then on the bottom of the bracket, I haven't even touched on it, but as well, I believe Epic Black and Apollo I believe, are playing right now, and as well as Atlantis Demons and Elation. I'm not sure if that's on XP main or not. I'm not actually sure which match they're doing. Let me pull it up, actually. Let me see who they're playing, because I'm not entirely sure how many of these matches are going to be on main stage. We'll see. Let me look. Let them know I'm ready. I don't know if they're waiting on me or not, but it looks like that match is already finished. Yeah, it was Elation versus Atlantis. I'm actually curious who won that. Of course, I get hit with an ad as soon as I go to check. I'm actually curious. Let me see if I could find out. I could probably check the Discord too. Let me see. Results. Oh, yeah. The Atlantis 3-0'd Elation. So, yeah, Atlantis Demons. I kind of figured they were going to win that one. They looked like the stronger team in that matchup. For sure. So, yeah, unfortunate for Elation, but it is what it is. It happens sometimes. I kind of had a feeling that would be the outcome of that one. But so, yeah, I guess the winner in losers bracket. Let me check real quick. One more. Oh, you're doing 3 on main tonight, Crunch? Gotcha. Yeah, so I guess the next would be Atlantis Demons and probably Epic Black. Did they play already? Let me check. No, they haven't. They're not done yet, so they're probably playing right now is my guess, somewhere. I don't know if that's being casted or not, but I'm assuming. Okay, I'm just assuming Epic Black should win that. But I mean, I don't know. Apollo could come through an upset. We've seen a lot of upsets from some seeds that are, kind of mind-boggling. I remember there was one match, I forgot which team it was, but it was like the 40-something seed. They like beat some, like, maybe not like a top team, but like a, like a 17 seed or something. I forgot which game that was, but it was like a crazy upset. And I believe round number 1 in losers or something. I forgot. Yeah, it was Revive against X Element. The 47th seed beat the 28th seed, and then the 47th seed beat the 12th seed after that. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, 3-1. They beat Houston, Texas. Wow. Or Houston Spartans, Black or whatever. Sorry. They're HSTX. Yeah, that's such a... I don't know why they can't just call them the Houston Spartans. Why? It's confused me, right? Anyway, I'm still waiting. I'm not sure what is going on. I'm waiting. I'm ready for whenever these guys want to start it. I'm not sure what's going on, but apologies for the delay, guys. And then on the top side of the bracket, obviously we have 07 Moby Dick, our winners final on Sunday, and that'll be a banger of a day as well. So I will be casting that on main stage. It'll be me and Graph as well all day long for that one. We will be casting Super Sunday, winners, losers, grands, all that good stuff. Should be a good fun time. And honestly, I'm like looking through the bracket. I'm like trying to think prediction wise who I even think is gonna make it to Sunday. Out of these teams, it's tough, right? Because I'm not sure. I think one of the Atlantis teams is gonna make it. I don't know which one because they play each other, or they could play each other potentially in losers round 6 or 7, excuse me. So one of them's going home, which might suck for Crunch, obviously. Watching, it's gonna be either the Atlantis Esports or the Atlantis Demons team. One of them's going out, and both those teams are pretty good. So it's kind of sucks to see them go out before Sunday. And then yeah, probably Epic Black could potentially meet up with them as well. It depends on how they fare against the Demons, I guess. Or well, I guess they haven't even finished the Apollo match, so who knows? That could have been an upset as well. There's been a lot of upsets, so I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, we saw Moby Dick beat AAA Battery. And that's why AAA Battery's down where they are right now. I do hear the beeps, though, so we are finally loading on in, I believe. Apologies for the delay there. Excuse me. I shouldn't have ate right before... Oh, man. Don't eat right before you cast, guys. It's bad. Indigestion, not fun. Not fun whatsoever. It looks like my graphic is flipped. Let me get that situated. And we will be off to the races here. It's going to be AAA Battery. Up 2-0 to start in this best of 5, and looking poised to close it out here in 3. We'll see if the Slang continues to be dominant. It's been masked map number 1. We'll see if he can clutch up in map number 3. Send us. That white glitch needs to go away. I'm so tired of that. I don't know if you guys get that as well, the stupid like white screen appearing for a minute, and I don't know why it does that. Somebody let me know if you guys know what causes that. I'm still trying to figure that one out, but so far. It's going to be AAA battery with the drone in their base. Zeal picks it up. That could have been a nice attempt. Cyber still here, still slaying, but tagged down low, 12 HP. Doesn't have a ton of teammates there. He will eventually fall as Invasion to death here. He'll live by the slightest of margins, but the drone's going to reset, at the worst possible time, right when they get 3 dead. AAA just not quite in time to pick it up. They still have control of their base, though, and that might be enough for the score to get over the line. Invasion going with the drone, has the clearance, and he will score first. AAA on the board. And this might be a decent showing from them, but hold on. We got Frizzard and Co. in their base so far, but, I mean, Cardi is going to be sniffed on out as well. Might get traded. Nice footwork there for Cardi. Able to get 1. Shots on the second. Not quite good enough, but it is good enough for the Black Star to get the drone out of harm's way. We'll see if we can do something with it. Just waiting for teammates to support. Not the best positioning for the pistol for mid-map as well. Long-range gunfights definitely not favoring the Jaeger at that distance. 3 dead yet again. AAA battery find themselves in still the last one alive, but it's going to have to be Decimate. Winning another set of kills here to really be able to get this drone in. And they're slow playing it, and they're slow playing it quite slow here. Invasion able to get 1 toward mid, tag down to 6 HP, but his teammates are here. The pinch is on in, but I mean, they've done the hard part. They've gotten the kills on the front end. Do they read Frizzard, though? On the back end, though, is the question. Frizzard able to get 1, though. Zeal with the... tries to get the trade on through on the opposite side, but Frizzard doing a great job just living in AAA's base here. Decimate, they have an opportunity to score. They have lead blockers. Frizzard's still here, but he's going to get dealt with swiftly, and now it's just up to Storm and Co. Can you get it done? He's going to lose all of his lead blockers. He's able to get 1 back with the pistol, but the reinforcements are here, and they're here too quick to really be able to score the stun. Nice stun, though, honestly, over the top. Just tag them on in, but a team nade is not what you like to see from AAA here. This might allow the opportunity Decimate to get it through, but unfortunately, Storms just can't get enough help to try and push that forward. Just too close on those spawners. And AAA, they will hold for now a narrow 1-0 lead, as it's going to be Cardi in the back for 2, though. This might be the opportunity they needed, but the drone resets. Nobody picks it up in time, and it resets across the map right when you finally get that last wave of slays you needed. It spawns all the way out, and at a bad time there. And unfortunately, speaking of bad time, Storm's bad time to pick up the drone. Switch from his Dravik to a pistol mid-gunfight, and that's never a good look. It's going to be 2 dead. Drone still back initially where it laid. And also Petrify. It is 2-0 up for AAA battery at the bottom screen. That's where I keep the map count, if you're wondering. They just need to win this one. Close it out in 3. AAA have looked good in the series so far. Ever since that map number 1, I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Ever since halfway through map number 1, I mean, they kind of have just hit a new gear. That S&D was particularly close, though, but Frizzard might be gone, has some help, has blockers, and that'll be another one. A nice counter cap after AAA got another one through for their second, so still within striking distance, a 1-score game, 50 seconds left. Cider picks it up, can't get out. He will get taken down. Invasion finds himself tagged mid-map, a nice nade over the top, and I mean, it's just mass toward mid. And a potential another score late in this first half here. See if Decimate can get it done. Black Star taken down from mid-map. Frizzard's here, but a little late on the draw, but a team nade will finish off Frizzard's kill there. Drone might reset soon if nobody picks it up, and Frizzard playing the 9,000 IQ play, going for spawn kills in this situation. I do like that. That's going to be 3 dead. Mask the last one alive. Frizzard going for the chow. Mask wins it, though. That's an important one. He has to hit these nades, or this is going to be another cap for sure here. It's going to be up to Black Star to really do something. The nade might land, and he's going to go for it, and he'll get it. The goal line buzzer, and it goes through 2 apiece. Heading into the second half, it's 2-0 up for AAA battery. Crunch. You see how at the bottom it says map count 2-0? It's like if it was 0-2, it'd be the other way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I should move it though to the top, honestly. I don't know where to put it though that would make it look good. I don't really like the using the in-game one because the teams can be flipped in Godcaster. You know what I mean? So I would like to have a new one where it's like at the top somewhere that like makes sense, but I haven't really thought about the way I want to do that. I've just been doing it at the bottom for now. I think it's as good a spot as any. despite the heroics from Decimate in the later part of that half, they still have to score another one to get over the line. Unfortunately, Cardi kills himself, so not a great start. Mass with one, Zeal with one. That's going to be 3 dead. Invasion misses the drone, though, and misses it again. I don't know what he meant to do at that time, but he's able to get the trade. And maybe that was a blessing in disguise, not picking up that drone, because he's able to get a decent amount done, but not sure exactly. He's going to have the edge after this break. So far, it should be AAA, but I don't know. The positioning on the map from Blackstar might cause some problems, but unfortunately for him, taken down instantly, and now Zeal's going to get spawn kills. This might be this counter cap coming on in. Storm's the only one here, and he'll get dealt with. That should be it. AAA on the board first here in the second half. Starting off strong, won the opening break. He got a little mixy, but they finally were able to stabilize, get map positioning back, and I just love that play when you push 2 to spawn. You can just spawn kill, make their life miserable. And AAA do a good job of that. The drone's going to reset toward this A-bomb site. And this is one of the harder reset drone spots for the drone to go to, right? It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. You kind of don't have a lot of support as Blackstar falls off the map trying to avoid a nade. Oh, we've been there, buddy. And that might give the edge, though, to AAA. But as I say that, it's going to be 3 dead. This could be the opportunity for the counter cap. Frizzard wins the most important one, though. That should be the drone going through. Storms is going to take it. He is tagged down low, though, so maybe not. Hold up. The spawners are here. AAA not putting up without a fight. Mast is here for the final one. Can he get it through? Storm's tagged down incredibly low here. Cyber needs one more to get it, and he will. So what was a promising counter cap opportunity? How quickly it falls apart for you. Cyber picks up the drone, and he is out of there. We've seen a lot of teams leave the drone behind in situations like that and allow opportunities for sneak plays, but not Cyber. He is aware of his surroundings, making sure his teammates aren't put in an awkward position. Speaking of awkward positions, Cyber find himself in one there as Storm able to get the double. And now one more wave of kills for high score here. We'll see if they're able to do it as they have a couple of members to beat. It's going to be Invasion & Co. on the portal. Standing firm right now. Cardi gets the team kill, but Cardi finds himself the last one alive, 2 HP, just shouldering, trying to get something done, but just lost all of his support there. And still, AAA battery remain resilient. They don't have a whole lot of clearance to get out of their base, though, as the Storm is going to just push through mid-map. Gets a freebie as well. Tag down low. He's going to get a second one as the drone's still pushed up incredibly far into their spawn, and it's going to be another one going through. I believe that was Frizzard. Able to secure the third one for Decimate here, and it's still far from over. Tie game with 2 minutes left, and 3 dead yet again, so this could be an opportunity for Decimate to relay here. They have an opportunity. Look at how far Storms is pushed up on the map. He's going for spawn kills. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Goes for the third one, but they close the door on that one. Drone is going to go through, though, at the very end of that one. Decimate, they take the lead. Still a minute and a half, and I mean, AAA, they got to get going. They're starting to lose their foothold in this map right now, losing the slang battle. And I believe on the worst side as well, all things considered as well. Decimate finds himself doing a decent job considering what side they're on. We'll see if AAA can clutch on up. Only down 1. They just need 1 to tie, but I'm sure they're looking for the win. But as I say that, Cardi with 3, he'll clear house, and that should be a potential another score here for them as long as they can win some important gunfights off spawn. It's Cardi with 1, but instantly traded on out. And now down to Blackstar. Nobody ever really picked up the drone either. But now with only 45 seconds left, it's up to AAA battery to send us to OT here. Who would have thought Overload would be their Achilles heel here, it seems like, on Den, but 30 seconds left, and it's going to be playing keep away. I like what Frizzard's doing, taking it away from the spawners. Look at how far up 6 was right there. Blackstar just spawn killing them as well, and he'll get the 5th one through, and that should seal the deal. We're going to be heading to map number 4. And resilience, the name of the game. It's never chalked. It's never over. Word to Major Maniac. As we will end up seeing that Colossus hardpoint after all, so Decimate not going out without a fight. I'm glad to see it. Wasn't a quick 3-0 in this one. And it's going to test the metal from AAA battery. You know, they won that map number 1, but they looked a little shaky off the break. We'll see if they can look a little bit better this time around. I know Colossus, a lot different than Exposure. See if they're able to get it done, as, I mean, that's a great start to a comeback. I mean, if the reverse sweep starts to happen, it has to start now, and I mean, they looked pretty good in that overload, especially that second half. You know, the first half wasn't really going their way. Maybe some unfortunate circumstances, but the second half, they looked locked in. They weren't really making a whole lot of mistakes, to be honest, guys. It was pretty clear and clean cut right there, so good job from Decimate bouncing back in that one. Great maps out of them, and just a team effort. You see across the board, 20s, and around 3,000 damage for most of the members on their team as well. So great job out of them getting it done. We are going to be heading to Colossus as well up next. And I'm not exactly sure what to expect on this Colossus. I call that probably going to be a 3-1 if it is anything for AAA. But I mean, we've seen teams lose this map just because they're not rotating properly, or they're just, not watching the things they need to watch. It's a pretty simple map, all things considered. You don't need to watch a whole lot. But I mean, really, you just got to come out frying, right? You got to make sure your SMGs are coming out. They're shooting with the best of them. They're gunning. They're doing their thing. So we'll see if that's going to be the case, as we are going to be going on in to Colossus. And then potentially, yeah, Decimate have a chance now to send us to map number 5. It will be raid S&D if we do need to go the distance in this one. We'll see if that's going to be the case or not. But for now, I mean, I'm not sure what to expect in this series. It's going to be an interesting one. For sure. Oop, just open my browser. Let me close that. Let me close that. Bang, bang. 1-2, buckle my shoe. Let me get some water, guys. Oh my. Water is important. I gotta stop eating like before I do cast too. It just makes me like, I can't even, I just like start burping and like have an indigestion, and I'm like trying to do some hype play, and then I'm like, you know what I mean? I gotta do like snacks. I gotta do like snacks or something, not like actual meals, you know what I mean? Yeah, map 5 would be awesome quest. If this does run a long time, though, I do have another match after this, so hopefully they can close it out here, but we'll see. I might be a little late for my matchup. If I'm a little late, that's okay, but I don't want to be super late. Yeah, Decimate, going into this series, I actually thought Decimate was going to come out and, like, look better than they did, but they showed us in map number 3, right, that they're definitely, starting to come back to that form, because I have seen them, I believe I saw them, I wasn't casting them, but I saw them play, I forgot what match it was, but they looked pretty good. So I was expecting, despite the fact that they're, like a 20 seed team, right? 21 or whatever. They're a good roster, right? So I was kind of expecting them to come in and it would be super competitive, but I guess it has been pretty competitive, all things considered. The search was close, overload was decently close. Hardpoint wasn't that close, but it was pretty close up until that halfway point in the map. So I guess going into this map number 4, I mean, I don't really know what to expect, to be honest. I mean, I do think AAA is going to close it out, but I'm not sure, because it's one of those things where, like, once you catch fire, that could just be it, right? Like, if you catch fire, no one's stopping you. So I'm not sure if Decimate in that overload technically caught fire, or if it was more or less maybe just like AAA not so comfortable in overload. You know what I mean? Like, overload's kind of a weird one to judge a lot of the time, because it's pretty new still, so it's kind of hard to know, like, if you're gonna be like super locked for the next respawn. We'll see. I mean, they were definitely shooting their guns, that's for sure. So I mean, if anything, I would expect a map number 5 to be possible for sure. We'll see if that ends up being the case, as I do hear the beeps. So we are gonna be loading on in to map number 4. It's gonna be Colossus, guys. We'll see if AAA Battery can close it out here, or if Decimate are gonna feel resilient and send us to map number 5. It's definitely possible. Let me fix my map count real quick. Actually, it's flipped too. I'll fix the overlay in a sec, guys. 1 sec. Bang, bang. On the board, though, AAA starting off strong here, and this is kind of what I was expecting, to be honest. 4 dead already. Spawns are going to flip, though. They're going to get some some split spawns here. They got to read them. And it looks like it's going to be a pickup from Mass. Nice job from him reading the pressure on those split spawns. It's already 20 seconds off the board for P1. This is a great start from AAA here. They want to make sure they close this one. We'll see if they can do it. It's going to be Cardi getting a double here on the trade. And I don't know if they're going to read Storms on the spawn flip here. And it looks like they will. Wow. I mean, AAA doing a great job reading the split spawns. Some of the best reading comprehension I've seen. What do they call that? Lexile level or whatever. I'm trying to remember back in like grade school. Lexile count or something for the reading comprehension. That's what they're doing right there. They're high. They're reading Jane Eyre. They're not reading Twilight. It's been so far so good. I mean, AAA Battery just shutting them out so far. 53-0 as it's gonna finally be on the board. Or Decimate there, getting their first points. They're gonna have to contend with the spawners though, I mean, it's gonna be Cyber spawning out too. Do they read the pinch? And they might read it, but not quite in time. Cyber able to get the first and the second as well. Guns the second player. And I mean, it's been pretty smooth sailing AAA, all things considered. They've done a great job. They will lose a decent amount of time on this P2 here as it's gonna be Decimate breaking on in finally for some scrap, but they gotta be thinking about rotations. And I mean, this is pretty good scrap time, all things considered, for Decimate to get here. About 20 seconds of it after they got about 20 seconds on the initial part. So good comeback from them heading into this P3. But really, it's going to be P4. Let's see if they can lock that one down. That's going to be the money hill I'm looking at in particular. Whoever locks down P4 the most on this map typically ends up winning. But also, I mean, AAA did such a great job on P1. The fact that they were able to lock that one down as much as they can, that gives me some major nerves for Decimate going into the next couple of mixy hills, but they're doing a great job on P3, all things considered. They have just been slaying out right now. They've turned this map around ever since the first hill. It's looked like a great turnaround from them as they just got 50 straight points here, answering the call that AAA was putting out there. As Blackstar with a double. He's on a 10 spree as well. I've been yapping. I'm sorry, Blackstar. You're on a 10 spree. I'm going on you. That's my bad. Sometimes I go on tangents, I forget who I'm looking at. Blackstar with 11, what is going on? This guy just can't be killed. He's immortal here for the 12th as well. He's got an EMP, he's got a swarm. This guy is shooting right now. He wants to send us to map number 5. No more messing around, he says. Finally taken down. You gotta be careful to make sure he doesn't call in those other streaks as well. Usually you put those on because you know you're not going to earn them, but, well, he got them. Swarm has been achieved. Despite all that, we have a very close game on our hands. It's going to be Decimate in the back. They're going to be spawning here, but meeting immense resistance from the front. Cyber gets a double, and 3 fall. Make it all 4. It's just Frizzard off spawn to try and pick up the pieces. Are they going to know he's here, though? They might read the spawn out. They might think he's not here, but it's going to be Invasion checking and double checking the back. Making a list, checking it twice. Santa Claus, he's playing nice. Cardi with 1 through the front. Playing his life for now, but that's going to be a good rebreak. And much needed time for AAA Battery to get here. They wanted to shut down any sort of momentum that Decimate was starting to build there. And really off the back of Blackstar, off that 12 spree, I believe it was in the end. That was a crazy streaky win on. Storms with a double nade toward New, though. That's a great opening pick for him to find, or a couple opening picks for him to find. And now they can do exactly what AAA did that first rotation as well, just locking down P1. They have the trophies in time. They have the setup. It's really whether they can win the gunfights or not. Storms is going to get taken on down. And this might get a little bit more mixy as a nice nade from that. Zeal gets him. And that's why frag grenades can be a hindrance. Semtexes are just faster. And that was just proved exactly right there in that scenario. It's pretty mixy toward P1, but all things considered, AAA doing a decent job, breaking on in, locking down some time here. They don't have spawns for New, but I mean, Mass is just watching players climb up right in front of him. You gotta wait for your teammates, guys. You can't be going solo dolo. A couple players are gonna spawn on out. It's gonna be up to New. Invasion's here with Cyber, but we'll see if they can stay alive, and they will. Invasion's here. He turns his back for 1 second. He might get bad timing toward New. It's gonna be Storms here, but Cyber there for the trade. They might be able to lock down a decent amount of time on this P2. 3 dead. There we go. AAA still far from over. Invasion a couple up spawn. Look at how far up he pushed there. We saw that yesterday, I believe. Or I did. On one of the casts I did yesterday. I believe CISO pushing up all the way toward the P4 area, spawning them super deep on the P3 side. That can happen when you're just getting all the kills in transition. You could just do whatever you want on this hill. Spawn them in Narnia. That's what we're seeing right now. So far, so good from AAA, just locking down about 50 straight seconds of time. So good turnaround from them. This is kind of what happened in map number 1. I'm worried that might be what I'm seeing here. Decimate, they got to get something going. They cannot be put in the blender hill after hill here, as they will finally break on in. Cyber gets 1, but 3 members on the hill, and he might get some more. Zeal for 3, though. They just line up for Zeal. And another break on in. Scrap time going red, and I mean, this has been about a 70, 80-second swing for AAA Battery here. Decimate, they started off strong, but they got to get going. They need to continue slaying. It's been kind of a rift so far. It really was only Blackstar on that spree. Everybody else pretty negative at the moment. Other than Cardi, I guess, but find themselves down in the hole about 80 seconds. We'll see if they can make the comeback here. Haven't really been tested in the comeback so far. We'll see if they can make it happen. It's Blackstar toward mid, able to get 1. Nice shots with the SMG for 2. Ego Chow in the 3rd. Maybe could have healed a little bit first there, but gotta respect the Ego Chow, as it's gonna be AAA soaking. 30 seconds left to claim, and if they get all of this could potentially win them the game here. They have to contest. Decimate have to get on this time. Cannot allow them to get all of this scrap time. They also have to make sure they don't flip on out here. And it looks like they might actually. Look at this route from Mast. He spawns his teammates on top of him. It's only number 5 Invasion that spawns on out, and that might actually benefit AAA here. If they're going to be on new, it's going to be a double from Zeal yet again. Mast is in the back, and Mast holds it down. Iron to the sky. Gets it done. AAA, they can win it on D4 here. Mast going for some chows in the back, and that might break the spawn. They have 3 arrows trying to hit the back. Zeal is here, and Zeal has been that guy the last couple of minutes activating for AAA Battery. Mast with another one, still in the back, tagged down low. And I mean, it's up to Storms. You got to get something going. Double for Storms, though. Hold on, he's still alive. He's still kicking. Doing what he can. Unfortunately for him, this not enough for the spawns to flip. They are in the front, but I mean, it's going to be have to be so perfect from Decimate here to really get the comeback going. I mean, I've seen crazy comebacks, but typically on Blackheart, where I've seen them more often than not. Blackheart, maybe Exposure. Lost is kind of a hard map to come back from. There's a lot of scrappy hills, and 10 seconds is all AAA need to find themselves closing this series and moving on to your losers. Round 6 here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That will be it. That will be done. AAA Battery. Some nice composure out of them after losing that overload. Move on to losers round 6. They will play EWG Ouroboros in the well, I keep wanting to say winners finals or something, but it's just losers round 6. So for top 8, I guess you'd say. A nice return to form from them. And that's kind of what I expected going into this one, all things considered. I mean, I know they're a good team, Decimate, but just, you know, we saw in the first hardpoint just kind of not a whole lot they were doing there, right? Like they kept up with them, they kept up with them, and as soon as AAA kind of started to get comfortable on the map, they kind of just hit another gear. They hit form, and they never really looked back in that one. And that's kind of what happened here. A close affair until it wasn't. And that's going to do it for this one. Congratulations to AAA, and that is where your season ends for Decimate. You know, a tough battle, all things considered. Just weren't quite good enough in the respawns, in the hardpoint specifically at the end of the day. And what a series. That's going to do it for me, guys. Appreciate you guys coming out. As you can see on the scores, I mean, yeah, hardpoint, pretty convincing. I don't know if I got that second hardpoint score right. That might be a little off. I kind of forgot at the end. Let me know. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Appreciate you guys coming out. Like I said, this was kind of an impromptu cast. I wasn't really planning on doing this one. I kind of got summoned at the 11th hour. So appreciate you guys, though. That'll be doing it for me. I'm not sure if Mainstage, if Crunch is still in the chat, let me know. I can host XP real quick if you guys are live. Let me know. I'm not sure if you guys are live yet or not. Or if anybody else is casting some losers action, let me know. I can give them a host or raid, I guess you'd say nowadays. Whatnot. Let me know. I'll leave it up for the stream up a little bit. I know there's a delay, so appreciate you guys coming out. Let me respond to some DMs while I'm at it. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think XP's live right now. I'll just host him anyway. Fuck it, because they're probably gonna be live here in a minute or in a little bit. Appreciate you guys coming on out. Oh, man. Oh, man. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. I'm tired. Later, guys. Have a good night.
Every day they clocking me, red alert, I'm the dangerous, I keep that clock on me. And they ain't looking for no trouble, I'm just looking out for me. Cause I done did shit the niggas ain't talking about no rapping beat. Boy, I'm talking tragedy, massive, casual. Shit that I can't even remember, bet they remember me. Shit that happened late in December, I bring that winter heat. Niggas down the whole October, the real Halloween. Back to back funerals, is them or us, it's him or me. Don't